Just give me a sec here. I'm gonna try something. See if I can make a megaphone. Okay, I'm trying to make a megaphone underneath my cell phone to make the sound go this way. Okay.
You're making a megaphone?
Well, I'm just using a piece of duct tape on the bottom of my cell to make the sound come my direction. Because it comes out of the bottom and goes straight down.
Yeah. Want to make sure we're live. We are. And
you mean then I could hear him through the TV?
Well, it would be. There's going to be a delay if you do.
Oh, he said there'd be too much of a delay.
Maybe. I don't know. Try and see.
Well, I don't know how. How do I have to do that? A big complicated.
Oh, no. You can't go on the TV and watch it. You're not going to have Facebook on the TV.
Oh, okay. I can't have Facebook on TV.
But I wonder if you can. I wonder if you can cast from your phone to that television. No, you can't. Never mind. You wouldn't be able to.
I don't know. Marty acts like he's got the cord.
Let me explain to Cheryl Sanders is on right now. Let me explain to everybody what's going on real fast. I'm at home. Link is at the house. He can't hear me on his phone because he has an Apple phone. I don't know why he can't, but he can't hear me for some reason. We had that problem once before. But we're just going to get together. I'm going to ask him a couple of questions. And then he can, if he wants to respond, he can. And what I would like Link to explain, actually, he already did. He explained the noise he heard in the doorway, and he explained it very well about being in Mike's bedroom and the doorknob rattling and a key being put in. But now he's at the house, and I've got a couple of videos I'm going to upload that he did that were live, that he put in the Dandy House chat page, that for some reason won't let me share them properly. So I will download those and then I'll upload them so you can see what he was doing for 3 hours. But he knows how to go live now, so he'll do that later tonight, and then he can have some fun.
Woohoo!
All we get to see is his ear right now because he's trying to hear me.
I went into Mike's room where it's hopefully a little more quiet.
I just don't understand why you can't hear me. Usually it's just as loud as if I were talking to you.
I don't know.
Let me try something. Let me go back to StreamYard. I'm going to adjust my microphone.
Turn that off. Okay. If I go over in Mike's room and sit right next to a wall where it's quiet.
Can you hear me any better right now?
Probably. I think it's the same, but I turned off a blower that was in here.
Okay, yeah. Mine's not going to change anything.
Yeah. I'm laying on a bed right now.
Already you're relaxing.
Well, I didn't have any of my nighttime NyQuil. But,
yes, Allison, his volume on his phone is all the way up. He said, "Plus, he showed it to me in a mirror."
Mm.
So I don't know why he can't hear me. I just don't understand it. It should be just as loud as if we were talking.
Yeah, that's true.
I think you better buy a Samsung and get rid of that damn Apple phone.
Right. You know, that's true. Oh, I put that poster on the wall. I mean, not that I'm advertising for anything, but
what time are you leaving tomorrow?
Early, 8, give or so.
Oh wow.
Yeah, I know.
I should leave you be and let you get on with your investigation.
Yeah, I'm gonna do some tonight. You know, I already did that one downstairs today, and I planned on going up in Mary's room, and you know.
That's the heart. That's the heart of the house.
Yeah. And I'm gonna sit on the bed. I'm not gonna sit on the floor. I think the last one I saw will haunt me was I don't know the gentleman's name, but I think he sat on the floor.
Yeah, Ty. Yeah, he sat on the floor.
And I don't know if it's disrespectful to sit on the bed, but I'm not afraid to. That's the only reason I'm gonna sit on the bed.
You're not going to disrespect anything in the house wherever you go. That's
Oh,
Angel's old bed, anyhow. That's Angel's bed. You can lay on it, sleep in it. That's what you should do is sleep in there tonight.
I know. I just was having that conversation. Um, but I went through with a vacuum cleaner, and
Oh,
I sucked up all the flies.
good, good.
But if they're hatching or if they're laying eggs or whatever they do, there'll probably be more. So,
I
but
don't understand why that house is full of flies because I made it a point to walk through this entire house and there isn't one fly anywhere.
wow, yeah.
Only
Unless
there.
it's because of the dirt floor in the basement. I mean, I know flies don't come from dirt. Well, maybe, but maybe they breed there. I don't, you know.
I've never seen any flies in the basement, only in Mary's room and the living room.
Mm.
Especially in Mary's room and the living room. They're always all over the windows.
Yeah, and then I was opening up the windows. I was cracking them and then shushing them out so they go out through the screen. And then sometimes the screen has a crack in them, if they haven't been put together right, and then they can go fly off and be merry somewhere else.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't get it. I never did get
So
it. It was like that way for the last 45 years that I know of.
wow, that is incredible.
And the neighbors don't have that problem. The neighbors up there don't have that problem. So
Really?
what the hell does that mean? I don't know.
Yeah, yeah. It wouldn't surprise me if well, I mean, it is depicted in movies. Not that you can, I don't know how much weight that movies,
I don't know. I
you
don't
know,
know. I don't know if that correlation between flies and paranormal is something to hang on to or not. I don't know. I don't.
right?
Who are the experts in that? I don't know.
Yeah, I don't think there is any, but um, well, I was just downstairs not too long ago, and no problem at all. So I have a feeling if what you said is true, then tonight's my fun time because I wanted to know why did they want me here, and I've been telling you that for a few months that I have felt as though I have been not that I might think about the house, but I feel like I'm being uh, pushed into coming
Yeah.
a little bit more than what some people might consider usual for the house. Like, how someone might think about the house, and then, if they live around here, and then they could stop in. I've been having that where I had to get this done. And that's why I came at such a late time of the year, and I decided not to wait till spring. But you were right. The snow is, yeah. I swear on the wood outside in the backyard with the deer, it looked like 9 to 12 inches back there. But out on the road, it was melting. Some of it as it fell, and
How
it
was
was
the road going down? How was the road going down? Was it
oh,
slippery?
well, the plow went through last night about midnight or one, scared the crap out of me. I thought we were having an earthquake,
Oh my
because
God!
it was rumbling.
Did they come up to the house?
Not on the asphalt. They just went past the driveway, to the turnaround or whatever.
They did. They did do the whole road though, right?
Yeah, and
Wow.
I got the impression it was the city because it was a heavy truck.
It was. I'm sure it was. Dan. They've been doing really well for that. They didn't do that in the past.
Okay.
They would not come down McMahon Road, and they won't go up the hill because they wouldn't make it.
Oh, yeah. Well, that's a private road, I'm told. So,
Yeah. Yeah. Right.
that's I was told very adamantly that that's a private road. So, um, and then I went out and shoveled the driveway and moved the cones back because if the people were going to stop in, like they always seem to do, and if this is one of my last days here or whatever, um,
I find it really, really odd to think. I mean, you're not a paranormal investigator.
right? No.
you like the you follow the house ever since it became popular on Facebook,
Yeah.
and you drove from Wisconsin because you felt pulled there.
Yeah. But and I've heard a lot of people that talk about that. And
Oh my God! Look at that poster behind you.
the what? Oh, there.
Look at
Yeah,
that.
I just put that up. I've been taking the liberty of putting in a couple nails here and there where the wall or where the paneling might be coming off or whatever. But you said, didn't you ask Dan? You said Dan said it was fine.
He said it was awesome.
Yeah,
Um,
he's probably
uh,
watching now. I don't.
he may be. I want to explain to everybody out there that you put that poster up in honor of Mike because Mike was a Beatle fan. I was in a rock band when I knew Mike, and we talked music quite a bit. And we always talked about what he liked the most and what bands he liked. And the Beatles always came up, and we talked about their how they arrange songs and everything. So that's a hell of an honor to Mike to hang that poster for him.
Yeah, I
And
didn't know
it
Mike. I
it
didn't know
replaces
him.
the books better too.
What's that?
It's a better replacement for the books that are in his room because he would have never
Oh,
read any of them books.
the science fiction. I don't know. I don't know what that is, but I didn't read it. I don't have time. But great, the Treasury of Great Science Fiction. It might be a good book. I have
Art,
to retire and then sit in a rocking chair.
yeah, Art and Paranormal said hi to you.
Oh, hey, Ardent Paranormal.
So, well, I should let you go. It's already almost 7 o'clock. You've got a lot of work to do. You're going to be leaving early, and I want you to get rest before you drive too. So,
That chair that I had in my car, I was gonna leave it, but I was gonna take my dolls with.
yeah,
Um, it's a sturdy wooden rocker.
uh huh,
I don't know if Dan doesn't want it, I'm sure he can get rid of it or whatever. But it's
I'll
real sturdy.
I'll make that my chair when I go up there.
What's that?
I'll make that my chair when I go up there.
Oh, yeah. Well, I mean, this is about the only place that I've ever seen that doesn't have a rocker that many people who say that they're what the professionals, even though I don't really think there is one professional. A chair would rock if maybe
Yeah,
but it's just another toy.
basically, yeah, sure.
When I pulled the furniture out and got behind there and washed everything, I I noticed the hole in the floor that I never knew that it was like 3 by 3 feet that Claire was talking about, that she had to light this furnace. I thought it was a small,
Yeah,
like a small hole,
yeah. It was a big hole for the grate.
but I just don't understand how a furnace is going to work. It's going to burn something, and then all that smoke would come in the house. I don't get that. I just don't understand.
Well, there
You
was
know.
a flue from the furnace that went up to the. It was a gas stove. It was
Oh,
gas.
you're saying that it heated in the basement.
Yeah, and then the heat came up through the vent.
Okay, okay. I didn't get that. Okay. So that's why that hole was so big.
Yeah,
Okay. I
that
thought
heated the
she
whole
meant that
house.
I thought she meant that she had to like put it in like a coal furnace or something. And
Oh no, there was a coal furnace there at one time. There used to be a coal furnace. That's what that. There used to be a coal chute at the back, not the back side, but the side of the house that faces the pond.
the pond, okay.
Yeah.
Because I saw when I was in the basement, I'd seen that was
I didn't understand that.
I saw that it was cut out or bricked in or something, bricked up.
You look at this. Not the
Medicare.
not the Medicare thing, but my phone, which was sitting over there, just brought up the thing and saying I didn't understand that.
Why
My
is your
phone
phone
is
listening to me?
and my phone is locked too.
And
It's
it's
locked.
listening to me.
You can see that it's locked.
Yeah, and I heard that. I do not understand you.
Yeah, I'm not even touching my phone. It's too far from me. Little things that happen all the time.
Yeah. Um, the noises that you said that you had heard here.
Wow,
Uh,
they were loud.
yeah, I thought so, but I wasn't sure what where they were. At one point, it sounded like a boot.
Well,
Like
I'm gonna go back through. I'm gonna download that video. I'm gonna put it in a special. Well, one of two programs I'm gonna put it in so I can see the signature of the sounds as well as hear them. Because one was so loud, and I have a subwoofer on my speakers for the television, and I cast your video to my TV. It was so loud that it knocked a little sand filled thing off of my counter because it vibrated that loud. I don't know what the hell that was, but I jumped. It was that loud. So I got to figure out what that was.
well, it other than the electronic, because I wanted movement sensors like in the basement, and then I put some out on the porch. Given the door incident of last time,
What's the musical one you have?
um, they
Sounds
look
like
like they're a. Oh, let me get the box. That's much easier.
I'm trying to think of what song I thought it played.
Oh God, I don't know. It's all from China or somewhere, you know.
No, yeah, I know, but it was a. Let me think. I thought about it last night. Shit, I can't remember the name of the
Well,
song. Think
I
it up.
can make that. I can make them both go off. Just a
Yeah,
minute.
do that. I'll tell you which one I heard loud.
Well,
Not that one.
sorry. That's the door, and then there's that one's on the porch, and now I have to turn the alarm on for this one. I think I gotta turn it on. I hope it's not on.
That
That noise?
that came on. Yeah,
Yeah, that was. It's this thing. I don't know how you can see this.
I can see it.
It says wireless. It's a driveway alert, actually. Um, and it comes with 4 transmitters. And then this thing here is the big thing on that side is the dinger that you plug in the house. It's wireless. They're
Okay.
driveway alerts. So those I have. I had a couple of those in the basement. One I put on the steps behind the the door that goes into the bathroom,
Uh huh.
and then one I put downstairs um, on the wall that is that opens
Right.
that you could see the crawl space.
Yeah.
And it doesn't tell you which one set because it comes with 4, and I only put 2 out for the basement and one I put in the porch, even though I had the door locked. Just I know the last time that I was here that it was not a person on the porch. There's just no way.
No, they couldn't have gotten to the front door, and there's no way of unlocking the inner door for the porch either without jimmying the heck out of it.
Right, right. And I didn't hear any footsteps on the porch floor, and I'm in Mike's room, and the wall, this wall is right, connected to the porch. So
Yeah.
I know darn well what it was, and if people don't want to believe that, they can, they got to do what they got to do, and I understand.
Arden asked if there was any activity in Mike's room.
Um, not yet. I keep thinking that I'm seeing something out of the corner of my eye throughout the whole house, though. But I'm not. That could be just anxiety or whatever. So I'm not letting anything out of the corner of my eye affect me. But
Right.
I would have to see something because I know I know really well a book floating, furniture dancing, someone rapping on the door, someone playing with a doorknob. You know, it is so obvious what
Oh yeah.
it is. I mean, a couple flashlights had fallen on the stove because on the stove last time that I came here, I didn't have enough space. I don't want to pile stuff on top of the display case, and so I put this wood on the stove, and I brought a piece of wood with and put that on the stove so that I could have all of this stuff. And anyway, a couple flashlights had fallen, but I didn't have them set sturdy. They were leaning forward because the stove is probably unlevel, the house is,
Yeah.
everything's unlevel, and so things fall. Last night I had a light bulb on the kitchen table, and yes, it fell to the floor. And no, I didn't freak out and go, "Oh, there's some ghosts throwing my light bulbs around." It probably I was being what is that called? When I wasn't being responsible and making sure that it wasn't going to roll off, on its own, because of gravity.
Well, it's only going to roll so far before it goes in the opposite direction because of the shape.
Right. It would go right
Yeah.
around, but it was close to the table isn't that the round table isn't that big, and I have so much I have so much stuff on the table that it was close to the side.
Yeah.
And so then I had to go buy a broom, and then I was going to vacuum and mop up anyway.
Make
I
sure
are
you tell the house you're leaving tonight or tomorrow.
you what was there?
Make sure you tell the house you're leaving tomorrow.
Okay,
Let
why?
it know that you won't be there after tomorrow morning.
Okay, why? I mean, yes, I mean I could say it today.
You might get more of an interaction if it doesn't want you to go.
Oh, well, then I would be more apt to do that tonight.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, I don't want to get hit in the head.
You're not going to get hit in the head.
Well, people do.
Yeah, they do.
Or they could get pushed down a set of stairs, or and that devil thing, I don't know. I am no professional uh investigator, but I just can't see that all the devils are hanging out on earth, and the angels are where they belong, or because
I don't think there's anything there demonic. I think there is something quite strong and
hmm
a little bit nasty, but I don't think there's anything demonic there. If there was, there would be, I believe, anyhow. I don't know. I think there would be worse things happening than what has happened in the past.
right. It's just like if you got some crazy maniac with a gun that's running loose, there's going to be more deaths,
Yeah.
you know. But it's that kind of thing, if you ask me. I mean, there's a lot of crazy maniacs that have guns, but I'm just saying that if they're running loose and they don't have a home and they're just wandering all over the place, yeah, a lot more people are going to be dead. But since they all have a home and they have, responsibilities and stuff like that, maybe family, so it's not the same, that's not like they're the devil that's just wandering aimlessly, um, tormenting and hurting people,
Right.
so, but yeah, I kind of did when I was in the basement. I did say that, I drove all this way. What do you want? And it didn't want to tell me.
Yeah.
Um, so I hope I'm not wrong. I haven't been wrong in these kinds of things concerning myself. I'm not saying about concerning other houses or, even though this involves what I consider to be, the Misniks and Clara's house. I haven't been wrong with myself.
Right.
But I don't know about other properties and stuff. But when I have felt this way for a few years now, and then I finally got to come out. So I'm expecting an answer. In any fashion. I really don't care if it's verbal over one of those chintzy apps, like Necrophonic, or if it's something that I'm shown. I
Yeah.
don't know about floating. I guess I could take it. I could take something floating if it had to show me something floating. I don't think I'll have a problem with that. I don't think I'd run. Uh, I am interested that if I get the opportunity in life that I walk into a room like Phil did, I want to go up to the item and hold on to it and then put it down, or do what I want to do with it, like set it back down on the table or whatever, just to see.
Yeah.
It's I'm not going to say it's like an alien movie, where I get to talk to an alien finally, and shake their hand or whatever. I'm not saying it's like that, but something that's floating in the air, is it going to allow you to take it from what it's doing? But I see it as energy. I really see it as energy. So I don't feel like I'm going to get electrocuted or anything like that. I just feel that this is something that the scientists in the world just does not understand, and so they will be in denial of it because you can't prove it with repetition and numbers. And
Right.
the way I see it, that's all that man knows, is numbers and that kind of stuff. And that one preacher that I was reading on, I can't remember his name, but there has to be more than just what our brains know in the universe.
I would think.
So there has to be more. But and that's why I don't know, the only word that he could come up with, this preacher guy, this he was a Catholic, and that he had come up with was the word energy, and or a realm of time, and it was so difficult to understand that there's no way I can try to relate what he was talking about. It's way too different. It's so he's too smart, and I didn't. I only or listened to him once. I
Yeah.
didn't get it all memorized, but it really is an interesting concept. That it's not all the devils running around all over the place, and it's energies, and it's different. I don't know, waves of time as we know it, but we don't know anything about this. So, I mean, scientists don't, so it doesn't exist
Well,
to
they
them.
didn't. Scientists didn't know about black holes or anything else at one time. So
Yeah. And then,
we learn. We learn as we go,
right, as time passed.
and some things just can't be debunked. Some things can't be. I mean, they happen, and you look and think, how was that thing going across the table? How do you get punched by air?
Right, right. Um, that's why if anyone asked me not being professional, but just, I mean, if you have your mind is open and not closed off to a scientific procedure in which everything, let's say somebody went to college to build the Sears Tower, and they're going to learn structure, they're going to learn tensile strength and this, that, and another thing. If they didn't learn it, and some new kid comes in with a different concept of how a building could be built, the older people are the ones that went to school and they know about tensile strength and this and that and this and that. They're gonna look at that kid like he's nuts.
Yeah, yeah.
So yeah, it's too hard to explain because I'm not educated enough to explain it, and the scientists love that because if you're not educated, you're a sitting duck. So
Well,
that's the way I think they see people like me. So, and they're right, you know.
go do your investigation.
Yeah.
Go have fun. Tell the house you're leaving. Not going to be here after tomorrow. See if something happens in the middle of the night, like, oh, you're going to stay.
Well, yeah, maybe. Probably hold me down in bed and choke me. Um, Great. And I bought this little camper. It was so cute. I wish I had it here right now, but it was a little camper. It's about the size of, like my fingers were like right there. It's a little like porcelain or something. I don't, maybe it's clay. It's a little camper and it's painted and it's for Christmas and you're supposed to hang it on a Christmas tree.
Yeah.
But it's like 2 inches high, 2.5 long, like an old camper. And I was gonna go hang up and hang it on the tree, not for the Indians, but for that area north of there that was the camp road. And it's not over by the camp road, but it is in memory of that. And so I bought that and I was going to hang it on the tree. I do want to do that tonight, so that'll be spooky. But so
Arden
I
wanted to know if you brought your dog, but you didn't bring your dog this time. No.
no, I didn't. I am so well. I thought that the rules said not to, so I didn't want to.
Yeah, I think Dan did say that. I'm not. I don't. I think a couple people did bring animals up, but
Oh,
it's been a while. It's been quite a while.
well, and then I thought, well, if I would, I did see that dog place down the road, so
Yeah. Yeah.
I could store her there. But I don't know if I didn't. Just like I didn't bring the little one with. I didn't want. I don't know enough to know if they're going to be affected by something that you and I can see.
Yeah.
And so. But I just love this conversation. This is so cool, Paul.
Well, yeah. I wish you could hear me better.
No, I can hear you now that I turned off all this noise. I'm back in Mike's room and
Oh,
the
okay.
TV's on in the other room, but I can hear you better. It's not real loud, but I can hear you fine
Yeah.
now.
I should have got Dan in here too. I should have called Dan and said, "Why don't you come in and join us?"
Yeah,
But
I think he's busy.
he's on the road, I believe.
Oh yeah.
He might be, but
So, well, maybe I'll talk to you tomorrow before I go.
yeah, yeah.
Okay. I want to
And
thank you so much for having me on your broadcast tonight.
no, I want to thank you for coming, and I'm finally glad I got to meet you after 3 years of talking.
I know. I felt like it wanted to keep me away, and I said, no. I'm it's going to happen. So,
Yeah.
thank you, Paul.
Sarah said good luck. Cheryl Sanders said good luck with your investigation, and
Thank
safe
you.
travels back home from Arden.
Okay.
All
Thank
right.
you. You
Be
guys
good.
take
I'll be
care.
watching. If you go live, I'm going to turn on another monitor
Oh
because you know what
God.
I'll be doing. I'll be out here racing.
Oh, you're right. I know. And
I'll
I'm
get
gonna
on
miss
rec.
it, but I gotta let it go sooner or later so I can get this done here. So,
All righty.
all right, you take care.
All right. Take care.
Okay, bye-bye.
Bye bye. Everybody, thanks for coming in and watch the Dandy House. He'll be coming live here pretty soon.